Coach of the year.
Okay.
Right
I agree. If we had to say right now, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the season, though, if Bill O'Brien has one more loss, if they have one more loss, I think you've got to look at the K-State and Notre Dame coach. Okay? Because at the end of the day, yes, Penn State lost a lot of players because of transfers and things like that, but they're still Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
They're still a huge program that had great talent in there,
Yeah.
But no one knew about Kansas State. All you knew about was Alphonse Klein. That's all you knew about. And then at Notre Dame, all everyone's ever talked about is how they're overrated. That's all we've ever talked about is how they're overrated and don't deserve what they have. But if they go undefeated, you've got to put Brian Kelly back on. You've got to put him.
I won't argue with that if they go undefeated, and that's not a long way off. I mean, they're through the thick of their schedule. The schedule
They have
gets
one tough game left.
The schedule gets a little bit easier from here on out, but I don't know. I'm hung up on the Penn State
I agree
in the
with
offseason.
you. It was
and
crazy.
I even think they could get away with one more loss to the right
I mean,
team.
in fairness, he'll probably win it if they make a bowl game. If they make a bowl game, they'll probably give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if he wins that game, I know voting goes before those.
well, they can't
games.
be in a bowl game. Never mind. Can't be in a bowl
No,
game.
they can't be in a bowl game.
Can't be
If
in a
they
bowl
win enough to get to a bowl game, that would normally get them in a bowl game. I feel like
So
it
so you think 10-3? No, I'm sorry, 9-3.
should. 9-3, I think.
Wins them coach of the year.
I
Okay.
think it should.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, and we're gonna finish with college football, and now we're gonna segue into NBA. Okay. Hey, now we're gonna take you into NBA. Where we had some huge transitions this weekend, or this year, this offseason. We had some huge trades, huge offseason pickups. Who to you is the biggest transaction this weekend, like this year? Who's the be-all, end-all transition this weekend, this year?
This year, for me, I know everybody talks about the Orlando trade to Dwight Howard to LA, but for me, I feel like the Oklahoma trade to Houston for James Harden and picks was even bigger because it puts Houston in the national or in the championship hunt for me. Orlando is now out of the hunt. We're not going to talk about Orlando very much unless they get drugged by Miami. We're going to talk about Houston now. We're going to talk about Oklahoma City. We're always going to talk about the LA Lakers. So I feel like this trade is better for the NBA because of Houston is now a player.
They lost their swing man. They lost their bench man.
They lost that too.
I mean, how many players in the NBA are feared as shooters? I mean, honestly, I can maybe give you 10 all-star shooters.
And James Harden's one of them.
And James Harden is one of them. He came off the bench. He was a swing man. He hit the shot. Can't play defense worth crap, but he can shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He might not be able to, like I said, he don't play defense, but he outshoots the other team, and that's
Right.
what he does. And now,
Sometimes your best offense is your better defense.
in NBA especially, NBA is no longer about defense. It is about who can shoot better. And OK City had much better shooters than everyone else in the league last year, and I think Harden taking that away drops them down a level. I put LA as the front runner now for the Western Conference title.
Right.
I agree
Depending
with
on
you.
continuity.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get that chemistry to go in.
If they get that chemistry going, that's going to be disgusting.
Unstoppable.
I think that trade is huge, and I agree with you that it's huge. For me, though, the Knicks giving up Lynn to Houston is huge. Yes, I know a lot of people can say, Lynn wasn't that consistent at being an all-star. He wasn't like that every game. But I'm telling you, they had a point guard. We knew who their point guard was.
Right.
They had a point man. He could run the ball. He could run plays. They were actually running plays. It wasn't give Melo or Amari the ball and let him dunk or shoot.
Right.
It was let's run a play. And I think Lynn brought that to the table. And with him going to Houston, you know who their point guards are now? Raymond Felton and Jason Kidd. Raymond Felton can't play because he sucks, and Jason Kidd can't play because he's old. He can come off the bench. Okay, we were talking about this before. He can come off the bench, and yes,
Right.
he just came from a Dallas Mavericks team that won the NBA title.
Right.
Yes, I agree with that, but he's also 2 years older.
That's true.
He's also 2 years older.
But I think his experience might even help Raymond Felton. Help Raymond Felton play.
And Raymond Felton
it's all up in the air. All of those things are all up in the air.
Okay.
But I feel like they're still going to be okay because they have Melo.
Right now, if I ask you right now, do the Heat win it?
right now, Miami has continuity over LA. So right now, I think Miami will win the NBA title.
So if I made you put money on a team right now, you put it on NBA?
Yes, if I had to put money on a team, it would be Miami over LA and Oklahoma, because both of those teams have continuity issues.
King James over the Black Mamba. That's what he's doing right now. That's what he's putting.
I mean,
okay.
it's
all right, absolutely.
And Kobe has a foot injury right now, who might not even start today.
Kobe's playing. It's okay.
I mean, it's in the air, like I said.
Put me on camera. Kobe playing tonight. Kobe is playing. It might only be 5 minutes.
It's in the air.
It might only be 5 minutes, but that man's playing. It's open tonight. It's in LA. He's playing. Now,
who knows?
If you had to give me 5 teams from the East, top 5 teams right now, give them to me.
Five teams from the East. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Miami.
In order, okay. Yeah.
I will take Boston number 2. Mm-hmm. I'll take Chicago number 3.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put Indiana up there at number 4, and then New York Knicks at number 5.
Okay.
I know that's a stretch with New York.
No, that's fine.
But I just have a feeling.
That's what your heart feels.
I have a feeling.
I get it.
I have a feeling.
For my 5, I got Miami and Boston. I actually think they're closer to 1 and 2 than people give them credit for. They had a fantastic draft. Getting Jared Sullinger and getting Fab Melo, some great NBA talent. They finally have a big man down there. I mean, who they had before this? Big Baby? I mean that's all they had. They had Rasheed Wallace. You know who they put in every now and then.
Losing Perkins to OKC was
that was one of the worst transitions that Boston has made in the last 3 years. I am still upset about that. But it's okay. They had a great draft. I think Boston, if Doc Rivers is probably the best coach in the NBA to me. If he can take this team and build up Sullinger and Fab Melo, they're going to have 2 big men that are going to be dominant. Right. And, Jared Sullinger at Ohio State was ridiculous. But, okay. Yeah, absolutely. When Fab Melo played, Syracuse, don't even get started. Okay, so we got...
Go ahead, I'll be talking about Syracuse for it.
That's for the next episode. We'll talk about college basketball. Okay, we got Miami and Boston. I've got Philadelphia. Philadelphia played some incredible defense last year in the finals. That's what took them through the playoffs.
You're not worried about whiny baby and Andrew Bynum?
Nope, not worried about him at all.
Not worried about him at all?
Andrew Bynum.
I'm worried about Andrew Bynum.
Andrew Bynum might not be able to play defense, but he didn't have to because he can score. That's something that Philly couldn't do, was score down low, and he can. Okay. Yes, he's had more braces on those legs than RoboCop, but you know what? Maybe we can fix that this year. Okay. Now next, I'm gonna go with the Pacers. I'm gonna go with Indiana Pacers. Danny Granger is, even though he's out for today's game, he's sick. The man is just sick. And for number 5, I couldn't decide on which team to put there. So I've got the Knicks/Nets. Okay.
So we're doing 5 and 6.
No,
I didn't know we were doing 5 and 6.
I'm just going the Knicks and the Nets.
If we're doing 5 and 6, I got Atlanta too.
Because God no, Atlanta. I don't even know if Atlanta will make the playoffs. I don't think.
I don't
know. The Nets. They've got Williams and they've got Johnson. They've got 2 scorers. It's just, I just feel like they're going to do well. I just really do. The Knicks, I love Carmelo Anthony. I love him. I think he's an underrated shooter. I wish he'd get into shape. But he is a great shooter. And I think the Nets are going to surprise some people. So I'm going to switch us over to the West. LA.
Yes.
Okay, for the West, I've got LA. I've got them number 1. By the end of the season, I think cohesion. Man,
yes,
Steve Nash, Superman, Black Mamba, and Ron Artest. Come on, give me a break. That is just disgusting.
The baller. Brawler.
The brawler. The brawler and the baller. I got OK State. I've got the Spurs. They're old. Yes, I know, but I feel like they're gonna run it.
Okay.
This might be Tim Duncan's last season, but he's going. The man played great last year. Okay, the man is like 47, and he's still just doing his sky hook all day long. That backboard is his home, and he puts that ball in his home all the time. I've got Memphis. I think some people are going to be surprised by them this year.
I like Memphis.
I think Gasol is just a force to be reckoned with, and I think they got some talent around him. So I got Memphis, and then finally I got Houston. I think Harden and Lynn are going to make some things happen this year.
You think so?
No, they might not play great defense, but what team does now in the NBA?
Right.
I feel like they can score, and I think they're going to do well.
You think that no defense is going to come in handy down the stretch?
No, because look at Miami. Miami doesn't play defense. I mean, they can play defense, but look, but how consistently did they? I mean, okay, all right, let's say this. In the finals is the only time to me that they play defense.
Okay.
Okay, they shut down Harden.
And
They shut down.
They
They shut down Kevin Durant. They shut them down completely.
did that.
And that's why Westbrook averaged like 50 points a game, because he was the only one that could score. But outside of that, Miami doesn't play defense. I mean, yeah, you know what they did? They said LeBron, cover Kevin Durant. They said D-Wade, cover Harden. I mean, that's what they did. I mean,
Right.
But outside of that, who else plays defense?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay,
Just throwing
now
things out
give me
there.
your five so we can get out of here.
My 5 for the West will be LA Lakers, Oklahoma. I like Memphis as well. I'm going to put Denver up here. I think Denver's going to come out of nowhere they don't have any superstars, but I have a feeling about Denver might do some things.
Okay.
My other stretch, the Clippers. I think the Clippers are gonna put together some stuff with
Sir Dunk-a-Lot.
with Sir Dunk-a-Lot and Chris Paul running the show.
All right, hey, I mean, hey, that's why we do this now. We'll do it again.
We'll save this and come back later, and we'll see how much of a stretch the Clippers are.
We'll see how wrong we are.
We'll see how long I am.
Okay, thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. This is the Renaissance Man. I hope you have a great week and come back and see us.